So I bought a 2021 Goldstar family tourer, 2 bunks. Paid just 60 grand for it. Probably about 8 months ago. We took delivery about 3-4 weeks ago. I live in Brisbane. It was actually delivered to a depot about an hour south of Brisbane, so I had to go and collect it from there, and I took it to a storage place about an hour up north. And yeah, we've already taken it away one night, and we found it was a learning curve for us. We've not caravaned before. I've had a soft floor camper and I've had a tenting most of my life, so this was a big purchase for us, and we did it because I'm getting older and just wanted something a bit easier, something nicer for us. Our first night we found that when we went to put the water into the water hose, it was actually ruptured and leaking all under the caravan. I actually found it had some gaff tape in a plastic bag, and I strapped it and wrapped it up, and that held it temporarily. Took some videos, photos. Now we're out. We've been out 6 nights now in this caravan, and it's been going well. But obviously, when you're in something, you start to see the finer details, find out things that you're not happy with that do need to be repaired. There are a few things that have already been highlighted to Goldstar, and they've asked me to go and get quotes for it to be approved, and then to go back to whoever quoted it to be fixed, and they said they would pay me or pay them, whichever. So it's a bit awkward for me because I have to find someone, then I have to figure out how they're getting paid, who's paying who. It's a bit, that conversation could be a little bit awkward maybe. Anyway, so here's the caravan. I'll just do a quick walkthrough for you. I'll just start from the inside, and then I'll just do a quick pan around on the outside, and I'll talk about a few things very quickly for you. Okay. So here's the entrance. Going in, just a bit of a step up. Our queen bed. The mattress is actually incredibly difficult to sleep on. Wasn't able to. My legs went numb on the first night, so we bought a mattress topper. You got some some cupboards. We got a front window on this one. Little lights above it. This actually pops up with some power struts. With all the bedding on there, it's actually very difficult to lift. It won't stay up. So underneath here you've got your batteries. There is a charger, and that's actually charging because we lost all 12-volt power last night. Went completely dead. Even though we have been connected to 240 volts since we arrived, we have got no power. So we have had to increase that to the highest setting for charge. Some of the neighbours stepped in to show me what to do, because I actually not really sure myself, because we've not been shown anything from Goldstar. In everything we asked for help with, we haven't been given it. So we've been given, here's your caravan, good luck trying to figure it out. We have the tow ball weight is in fact 10% of the caravan, so the caravan weighs 2.8 ton, and I have measured the tow ball weight, and it was 280 kilos. But when I attached the gas bottles filled, that tow ball weight jumped to 310. So we're having a bit of an issue with the tow ball weight. Anyway, keep moving. This is our kitchen. It's just a kitchen. It's got nice marble. It's got a good sink. Works well. The only thing I don't like is that there's no drawers. None of these are drawers. A bit frustrating. You have to, open everything up and kind of do that. Down here is our hot water system, and I figured out that when you turn it on, you also have to turn on the gas. There are instructions on the outside. It's a 12-volt system, and your gas has to be on for it to work, and it actually beeps at you. There you go. Won't open all the cupboards, but up top you can see that's basically the cupboards there. They click and they lock, at least mine do. Some of them don't, because they're just not functioning properly. Here's our television. Has a little swing out thing so you can sit in bed and watch it. We don't get reception. Our neighbours have been watching TV. I'm actually at a campsite. They've been watching TV. We don't get any reception whatsoever. I was told you have to turn this around to try to wiggle with the antenna, but it just gets no signal. So I don't know why we don't and our neighbours do, but it's a bit frustrating. Not that you want to watch TV, but you just want things to work. This is the radio system. Again, we're not getting any radio channels. We're able to plug a DVD, we put a DVD in here to watch that. It was raining. Extractor fan, you got the big television. Sorry, the big fridge. Very awesome to have a big fridge after tenting for so long. Has a blue light in there, which seems quite cool. But at night, when you open it at night, it's actually quite hard to find out what's in there. You have to turn on the main light in the cabin to see in there or get a torch. But that's been keeping a nice temperature. The fridge has. Up here is where you can actually change the settings to what you want. It came at -5 for the freezer and 5 for the fridge. The freezer, however, at -5 for a couple of days wasn't working. It wasn't cold enough, so we put it all the way to -18, left it for 2 days, and still completely just liquidized all the ice creams. It just doesn't, yeah, it's not getting cold. Don't know what's going on there. Moving to the back, we've got 2 bunks because we only have one son, and he can opt which one he likes. He likes the mattresses. He says they're comfy. This is all the bedding from our queen. We got a mattress topper we had to buy, as mentioned, because the bed was too hard. Well, so we bought that recently. It's quite nice, a big latex one. Bought it online, natural, no toxic stuff. And when you do put it on the bed, we've noticed after our first night, this whole thing is dropped down here, and at the back where the head is, it drops, so you don't sleep flat. So we're getting a bit of a stiff neck and a sore back. It's a bit frustrating. This is the salon or the seating. It's got this nice comfy bit here, but as you can see, it's kind of takes away from the seating. So if you can't really have 4 adults here. There's only 2 of us and our boy, so we do squeeze in. It's comfy. It's quite hard, the bed this is, but it is nice to sit on. This is supposed to drop down, which it does. Don't understand why, because if you sit here and put your feet up, my back's against the one side and my feet's all the way to the end, so there's no way you'd sleep here. Maybe if you had a dog, you could make it a dog bed, I don't know. But it's nice to have that. We tend to sit outside anyway. More cupboard space up here. I'll just open one so you can see. There you go. I just thought I like this finish here across this. Not on every panel, like the walls are not like that. They're just painted, well, like a white. I'm not sure. It's not the same material. But what I don't like is the roof. Now the roof, you can't feel that or see that, but it's kind of like popcorn, you know. And it's really uneven. It's almost like they just rushed it. I don't really understand. If I can show you some of that. But really not nice when you look up and you see it's all unevenly painted, and it feels rough, feels unfinished. Yeah, not really, just don't like that at all. But because I bought this without seeing it, you kind of stuck, I guess, with it. Come back here, you got a washing machine, which I have to tell you, it's been awesome. It actually works really well. My wife loves this thing. We wash clothes all the time. It's just not, it's all very, like, it's not, look at that, it just moves around so much, which I don't really understand that, but it's moving around. It seems to have bolts at the floor keeping it down, but maybe it wasn't secured. Ugh. Okay, here's the bathroom. It looks very nice, but in fact it's actually very tiny. When you get in there, there is not much room. I think I came out of the shower the other day and my son was like, "Are you wrestling a crocodile, Dad?" Because my arms are banging on everything trying to get changed. Little bit of cupboard space up here. This one actually is not working. It doesn't lock. So that was a bit frustrating. And this panel has come across in the corner. You see that's like just hanging off. So that's a bit concerning. You can see it's like a nail there. So yeah, don't like that. I'm all about quality, finishing things right. Here's the bathroom, the shower. Shower works really well. It's got a bit of a weird way it sits up like that, so the water is kind of like comes out. My son doesn't like it because it kind of doesn't quite, it always goes on his hair. He doesn't like his hair wet, but you can take it off. It works really well. Another little extractor fan. That's that one. The glass door kind of just shuts in there. There's no lock, it just kind of shuts. Very noisy at night. And this thing slides and locks with a magnet. So when you open it, you can see this actually hits the handle here, so you have to kind of go to get it through, and it's just so noisy, so cumbersome. Really don't like that. Coming back through here, one of the biggest concerns I'm having right now, I'm going to shut these doors here, is the system, how it works. The 12 volt 240 volt, the gas system. This is all the panels I have. I have no idea what they mean. I've had to just test everything out. I have asked and asked and asked for assistance, and I've been given none. Not even, they don't even respond with a yes, we'll get back to you. They just ignore the questions. So I've had to figure it out. We had a total failure last night of our 12-volt system, and I was so confused by why, because we've been, plugged into the 240 volt. It should be keeping the whole system up and running, but it didn't. So I had some neighbors who were pretty smart with all this stuff, and they jumped in and tried to help. We just boosted the charger on the 12 volt, and it's charging away. It's back up and running, but who knows how long it'll last. Again, so I don't know what the system does, and when you're on a caravan by yourself and you don't know how things work, I tell you what, it's crazy frustrating. There's no schematic, there's no explanation. All I have is manuals for all the different appliances that have been installed. That's all I have. So a bit frustrating that the TV doesn't work properly, radio reception doesn't pick up, the freezer's not working, the roof doesn't look like it's finished, the bed has really not flat, don't know how to fix that. The 12 volt system has failed after 6 days. What else was there? We had the leaky hose outside on the first night. That's been frustrating. And I'll pause this and I'll go and show you a quick walk around of the outside.